Hello everyone, my name is Jeremy Melchor, and today I'm going to go over my Shopify store that I have currently been running, and so that you guys could start a Shopify store or maybe improve in some things that I'm going to talk about. The title of this video might be something like things to improve in a Shopify store, or things that you can avoid and gain more for what you're investing. So after reviewing my Shopify store, I actually have 5 points that I could improve in order to have a better Shopify store. So the first point that I would try to improve on would be having items that are rare, and to not have items that you could probably buy in a regular store or probably in a more trusted company that sells a similar product. So as you guys can see from the Shopify store that I'm showing you guys right now, you guys can see that I have clothes that don't really make people want to buy it, specifically like spontaneous buying.
Hold up. Wait a minute.
The buying of good without planning to do so in advance as a result of a sudden whim or impulse.
Like spontaneous buying, but rather those kind of clothes get a better price or with a more trusted company in another store. And since it's not unique and has like this difference in it, people might not want to buy it. So for that, I am saying that I should probably put more items that are more different in their style. Another thing that would have to improve would be putting a description for the SEO, and also to give more information on the product so that buyers can get a little bit more information and get that customer to buy the product. Now SEO means search engine optimization. So maybe if someone is searching through the web for, let's say specifically a cozy sweater, and let's say in my description I wrote cozy sweaters for women that could wear during the winter, if I have that in my description, or when a potential customer goes to Google and types those words, my product might be on top on the search, which means that my product might be on the top of the links where they will be able to click and they will end up on my store. Now when I write more in the description, it also is to get the search engine optimization, but also to describe and persuade the customer to buying the product, maybe for certain features the product has, just to get the customer to buy the product and seeing the benefits of it. Now I'm going to show this is an example of having zero description of the product, not giving any details about it. I won't be ranking in the search engine, which is not good. It's like free marketing without having to pay for it if it does really well. The third thing that I'll try to improve would be not putting items that have sizes or not knowing how the delivery works. Products that have sizes will most likely be returned by customers, since people have different sizes and not one size fits all. Another thing that I learned and that I have to improve on is to not put items that have more than 2 weeks for delivery. With competitors such as Amazon with the 2-day shipping Prime membership, and other companies being able to ship and deliver products in probably a week or two, having a product that is going to be delivered in, let's say, 3 to 4 weeks or maybe 20 to 30 days because of what's happening right now in the environment can really make the customer look for alternatives, which will give them faster delivery. Now I have seen some products that have a 7-day delivery, which is really good, since people are going to most likely buy the product if they like the product. Of course, they see the benefit and they see that the delivery process is fast. It's not taking, let's say, 3 to 4 weeks for them to get their product. The fifth thing that I have learned that I have to improve on is that none of the items that I have in my store create impulse selling, which is the best. This is where people want the product because they don't want to miss the opportunity to have that product and they really like it. It's almost going to the first point of my Shopify store, having products that you could buy in other more trusted companies. But if your product is really different and they can't find it anywhere else, they're going to impulsively buy, and they're not going to scroll through your product, but rather they're going to take the time, and since they like it, it's most likely that they're going to tap on your ad and actually buy your product. So these are the 5 things that I have actually learned from the Shopify store that I created. Now I'm gonna move on to the marketing aspect of it. So for marketing for this Shopify store, I was actually using Google Ads, which is new to me. So using Google Ads to market a product may not be the best choice, at least I don't think so, to sell a product without an image, since images help to know what kind of product it is, how it looks, and if they're interested in it, which I didn't put that in the Google Ads. I just had the link to my store and for it to go specifically to a product that they wanted based on the keywords that I have used. I didn't use Facebook ads as a marketing way to promote my product, but I have heard from YouTube videos that they actually convert very well, since it makes a customer see the product, how it looks on other people, and they sort of like see themselves with the product, which helps to make the customer buy the product. I also didn't use Instagram influencers or a market in order to promote the product, since one of the issues that I was running into was a delivery time. It would probably take 20 to 30 days for the product to get to the end customer. So let's say if I brought the product and then send it to the influencer, it will be a 20 days through 30 to arrive at my location and then probably send it to that person. Or even if I just send it to that person, to the influencer, it would take 20 through 30 days. Some other ways to market the product that I want to try are the Bing ads, the Pinterest ads, or just Pinterest I think it is, the Snapchat ads, and the TikTok ads. I want to get to know a little bit more about them, but I just learned a little bit about the Google ads, so I think that's really good. Okay, so now at this point I'm gonna show a little bit more about Google ads so that you guys can see the analytics, the data that I have collected from this probably like a month now, of people who have clicked on the ad and which ad has done the best, who are the people who are actually clicking on the ad, and all this information. So the cost is actually $86. The average click per cost is 78 cents. Impressions since January 11 through February 9th have been 2,009 impressions, and total clicks have been 111. Now the keyword that actually got me the most clicks was coats, which were 67 clicks with the cost of around $59. And then we have the most shown research ads, which the impressions were, this one was I think the best. Yeah, so this one was the best ad that was mostly shown for reach, which was 707 impressions, 40 clicks, and the click-through rate was 5.66%. This one was the second best with 670, and then 595 the third ad, and then this one, which I should have like just eliminated since it's not producing as much. When it comes to the actual persons that are clicking, and based on the data, the persons that are actually clicking on the ad are mostly females from the ages of 18 through 24 with 296 impressions. And then as you can tell, it's mostly female, and males actually don't have as much. So now I'm going to go over how much I have actually made or lost throughout this period of time that I have created the Shopify store up until this day. So how much have I invested, to not say that I have lost money, how much I have invested in this store? So on ads I have spent $85, and on Shopify you have to pay $29 every month. So in total I have spent or invested $114. And how much have I gained? Up to this day, sales have been zero. So in total I have made nothing. Now, like I said, it could have been the products that I actually put on the store. Maybe it was the marketing that I didn't do right. Maybe it was even the price, since I did get some people landing on the product and not purchasing it. Maybe it could have been the website, the store, how it looked. Maybe even the shipping could have been another aspect of it. There's many factors to the reason why maybe customers didn't want to buy, but from here I could improve and maybe get the first sale later on. And so that's pretty much all about the Shopify store that I have been running. It has been a pretty nice experience, since I'm getting to know a little bit more about how to market, how to actually apply the marketing aspect of it, of a business, how to find a good product, what kind of products people buy, how to sort of like gain trust of the customer, delivery time being a critical part of the store and the product if the customer wants to buy it, the description being very important in the long term for the search engine optimization or SEO, for it to not be just about paying for Google ads, although it's really good, but you don't have to if you have a good search engine optimization. And in general, just being able to start a business and taking that step to actually start one is really important, and also really interesting, since you get to learn a lot of new things throughout the way. Although there is some loss into this, in most cases a lot of companies start with negative numbers and then they start gaining positive. After a while fail. They just have to push through and learn from their mistakes in order for the store to become really well made and just have the good products, shipping, manufacturer, and all this kind of little details which really affect a person's business or a person's store. Hopefully you were able to learn a thing or two from this video. This is just my experience in doing a Shopify store and what I have actually learned from it, so take it with a grain of salt. And I would encourage anyone to actually start one if they have the resource to actually invest in one and just start learning from it and learning how each aspect of a business area works, from the marketing all the way to the sales to even customer service. And with that experience, you're going to be able to understand way more than just going maybe to a class and trying to get all the information, all the theory, but actually applying it in a real situation. Thank you for your time, and I'll see you in the next one.